Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to Let's Discuss, where we're chatting about anything and everything that is interesting me in the mumfluencer, mummy vlogger, family vlogger circle. And today we're going to be revisiting the Mcfive Circus, Mcfive Family Circus.
It's just paint.
Why is this okay? No! No! What?
Hey.
What?
Why don't you go to bed for a little bit and just relax?
Those people we're going to be revisiting, I am so sorry, everything kept on popping up. There was then a problem with the sound, the editing went wrong, and this video is just taken about a week too late to actually put out. It's going to be based around, I have covered them before in 2 previous videos. I want to give like, not my final, because who knows, they might just do something which just warrants me to have an opinion on it or something to spark my interest. Just my overall opinion on their channel, what I think about it now I've come to terms with their content.
Come on guys, come on. Isabel!
Okay, so I am like firmly in the camp whereby I think that they are acting like 110 million % they are acting.
You need to get it down.
No! No! We're moving in like 8 days, guys!
Unfortunately, they seem to be dragging their middle child into it, who seems up for it. But they've also, as they say, they have got a child with additional needs, who may not necessarily get absolutely everything that's going on. And unfortunately, when you do have situations such as their middle child running off, drawing on the walls, running away during, you know, in a city, in a really crowded area, the mum's like playing up to it going, come back, like the hoverboard in the water, just all the shenanigans that they get up to, and they try and milk into like 1 minute to like 3 minute long intervals. I can tell it's scripted, I can tell it's not real, but the thing that really gets to me is the fact that, like I just said, they've got the youngest child who isn't going to understand what they're doing, the middle child who, I don't know how old she is, I think she's like 8, who seems completely confused anyway, but she goes along with the acting, and then the eldest child who just looks, whenever they're screaming and shouting and running around and things are really dramatic, and the dad is like cussing down their circus silks or whatever. No! Or they stage the fact that the youngest has apparently cut up her teddy bear or whoever's teddy bear, and there's teddy bear everywhere, and like a pair of scissors just so happens. I don't like it because they're obviously creating a lot of drama and these storylines to keep their extremely young audience involved in this. It's made for kids, but there's no made for kids tick. No, you know, the comments are open. It's not a made for kids channel, even though it is made for kids. Their audience is literally kids. Like, the only good thing I can say about this family is that their circus skills are pretty good. That's about it. But even then, I was told that actually Kelly obtained the mum, she obtained her circus, whatever, her silk, I can't remember, I don't know the technical term for it. She actually obtained that during lockdown, like she did like an online thing, which fair enough. Like, if you don't know, like I have many fitness qualifications. I studied it at uni. I'm a personal trainer, like qualified. And I have a whole load of other little, like, when you train up in the fitness industry, the ranks kind of go like gym instructor and then personal trainer. And then you can go on to do like sports coaching, which is what I then went on to do. So you have like different tiers. And then in amongst that, you can collect. It's like collecting all the little Easter eggs. It's like the different kind of levels means you can do like GP referral, you can do circuits, you can do swimming, like water aerobics, which is what I've got, like spinning. You basically, but you've got to pay to do all of these different things. So I don't know like what qualifications she has. I have my own views and I have my own thoughts, right? But I'm not going to get into it. That is the only good thing that has come out of that. The only good thing, all right? The only good thing. I'm going to get into just some of the absolutely bonkers things that they've gotten up to, are getting up to. I'm going to like break it down for you and you can be the judge. Do you think this is real or not real? I don't think it's real. I think because it's not real, you're putting your children in an extremely... I don't think it's fair on the youngest and the eldest to be brought into this literal circus of just screaming and shouting. Isabel! And all of this kind of stuff. And you can kind of tell that it is because you only really have the middle child who is actually going along with it, and the other two just sort of stand on the sidelines getting actually quite upset sometimes, like, because some of this is quite upsetting. We're going to get into it. First thing that I did get drawn to was the cutting of the silks. I was told so many times, Amy, go and look at this, and I looked at this ages ago. I've just had it written in my notes and I've just been like stacking up my notes with all of the other things that I found about this family. Yeah, they did a thing. The dad is called Helmet Guy, I think, and he just gets angry about nothing, but he's not really. I don't think it's genuine. Anyway, so the middle child, Isabella, I think that's her name. She was literally just doing like a trick where she was going up and just tumbling down on the silks, you know, when you wrap yourself up and then you tumble. She was doing that, and then all of a sudden the dad's like, no. And then there was just unnecessary drama.
What are you doing?
No!
What are you doing?
Unnecessary drama, completely fabricated drama. He then goes along, bearing in mind their eldest, like I have said, and I do need to point this out, and the only reason why I am pointing out the fact that she has additional needs is because Kelly has literally made a video like breaking down, you know, she doesn't always like, she's not always going to get it. And Kelly has said this before. You know, the eldest is looking ultra confused and the dad's like hacking away at the silks with like scissors or whatever he's doing. And then they all start like crying and screaming and running away. And like, so obviously, yeah, if that wasn't real, that is like pretty harsh because nothing really happened. Nothing really happened in that situation. It didn't look like it went wrong. She was just tumbling down and the dad went, and then he just started like cutting up the things, and then he then went outside and was shouting about something. Girls like crying, they're all crying, they're getting all their kids all amped up, when in actual fact it didn't look real from the very beginning. And I don't know if the kids, the sad thing is that I can't say for certainty if the kids know if that is real or not, but and in quite a lot of these clips, I'm going to have to, at points, sort of show. I don't want to show the kids, but otherwise you're not going to be able to actually see what I'm talking about. It's the facial expressions and stuff. You know, kids are crying. Kids are always crying about something. The mum is literally there with the camera. Time surpasses. They make another 1 or 2 different episodes. The girl who was on the silks, who was slamming the doors, then decides to like run off.
Oh.
All right, come on, come on.
Runs off across all the fields and the mum is chasing her once again, going like, Isabella, 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 like running after her. And then she then finds her in the tree with all the silks. It's like, that girl did not put up those silks. Like, there's no way that happened. None of this is real. Absolutely none of it is real. But I think a lot of the times the kids aren't aware of that. And the fact that the dad, so should we just put it into that perspective? Imagine if you thought that it was 110% real and your dad just came along and hacked off the one thing that you really, really enjoy, just like took it down. When I was watching it, I was like, there's just so much drama. And of course, everyone in the comment section fully believes it. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so heartbroken. It's like, this isn't real. Like, the kids' reactions might be real because they may not be aware, but the mum and the dad are so bad at acting. None of this is real. Another reason why I know it's not real is because on their they did this like recent one where the kid was like literally caught in traffic. Like, not caught in traffic, but I mean like she apparently lost, once again, the middle child, Isabella, or I think that's her name. She ran away and the mum is like running after her, like filming, and the girls on the other side of the road with like, it's extremely busy. If that wasn't real, if that was real, why in God's name would you film that? Because that is going to make people report you, because you're literally filming, like your child is on the other side of the road and you're just like, you actually allowed her to get that far away. 0 sense, makes 0 sense. And I'm pretty sure the whole reason why she ran away was because she wanted sweets, which is another thing. This is another thing with that family. That people are like, you need to parent better, you need to parent better. It's like, yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with that. But they constantly, like, there was this bit where the middle child was drawing on the wall and was writing like icy, she's obsessed with these like icy pops, drawing on the wall, and the mum was shouting, no, no, no.
Let's get the
Wait,
icy.
what? Are you serious? You're gonna get her an icy now?
Yeah, look how happy it is.
You're kidding me.
And then, surely enough, in the end, they then got her what she wanted. She was drawing on the wall with paint. They then still decided to give her what she wanted. Even if that isn't real, how is an 8-year-old supposed to know that is not real and that she's acting? Like, I really hope I'm explaining this very well, because they're just too young to actually figure out that all of this commotion and craziness and madness that's going on in their home isn't real. Mum and Dad's reaction is just not real, it's not genuine, it's not the case, okay? It's just not real. There is no way this is real. And the funny thing is, so after all of that, after the daughter was like drawing on the walls, the mum then gave her the icy that she so wanted. I've been having this really good conversation with this one subscriber of mine who has been sending me things. She sent me, I don't know how she found this. I don't know how she found it, but she sent me this picture of one of the girls, and then this is the recent thing, and in the background there is this removable wall, like it was like it's like a big board, you know, one of those like what is it, Amy, use your adult brain. And it had the exact same, I'm pretty sure it had the exact same wall painting. It said icy on it. Supposedly this might not be real, this might not be true, but it looks like, why, like I'm just, and their audience eats it up. They're like, you need to discipline your child better. Oh, Kelly, I love you, but you're da-da-da. It's like, this isn't real. In the end of the day, it can't be great for your kid's mental health when one of them is too young to understand, the other one has additional needs, the middle child is being used as like a prop, and she's really the only one who, like, you know, whatever. They're really gonna, I think they're really gonna mess, it's not good for a child. They also give her coffee. This is another thing as well. I've recently discovered that they give their child coffee, and I do get that in some cultures, in some countries, like a little bit of coffee is like, I do understand that in some situations, like some cultures and countries or whatever, they do give their kids coffee. They do, okay? But I'm just gonna but they basically advertise giving, for me personally, I wouldn't give my 8-year-old a cup of coffee. I'll do this thing differently. I don't want to tread on people's toes, but I'm just saying I wouldn't advertise giving your 8-year-old coffee, but they do this all the time. They literally did this, like the mum will she'll just throw out these, she's like, it's really, really, really sad, because in quite a lot of these thumbnails, she's depicting her child being troubled and like strong-willed and all of this kind of stuff. The middle child is the one that they call it, is the one that she calls it. She calls her an it, which, like, for me, I think it dehumanizes someone when you call someone an it. It was just always something that I've like been told not to call people from a very early age, and she literally calls her child it. They're almost painting their child out to be this problematic, difficult child who lives off of coffee and sugar. But the thing is that it's not real. The mum is like painting this like picture of this child like that, and I think that's sick. I think it's sad. I think that they must earn a lot of money from doing what they do, but what they do is just awful. They've basically managed to like rebrand themselves from doing like silks, and they're now doing, you know, they're now just literally monetizing mostly off of one of their children, the one who they refer to as it or Isabella, and they tell her, like, you know, go run over here, go run on the opposite side of the road and get lost in a load of it. None of that is real.
I want cotton candy! Stop! Stop!
Well, there's no way, because their reactions are completely staged. If you see your child on the other side of the road, like with tons of people and cars in the middle, would you A, literally drop your, like, put your phone away, grab your kids and head straight for them? Or B, would you stand there like with your camera going, Isabella, with your two kids trailing behind you? Like, it isn't real. Like, it isn't real. And if it is real, like, I wouldn't post that. If that was real, why would you be happy to? It's not real. I think it's not real, and that's the reason why they have no shame in sharing this, because I would never share that. Then Isabel basically ran away, I think, to try and find some sweets or something. This is what I mean, like, the storylines are so ridiculous. Oh, what is that? You know when dried up coffee goes on your mug? The other thing as well, like, they basically paint themselves. They all have roles, they all have a character. Helmet Guy is the dad, and he is extreme. He just comes in and shouts at people and cuts down the silks and shouts and shouts and shouts, which once again is extremely confusing to a young child. Kelly, the mum, is a complete pushover, and she just says yes to Isabella, just says yes all the time. The oldest one, she is extremely quiet and she keeps to herself. She's probably a little bit traumatized because of all this commotion that's constantly going on around her. The youngest, I don't really hear too much about him, to be honest. And then the middle child, they just paint to be this, like, completely wild, reckless, thrives, lives off sugar, they call it character. Funny thing is that Kelly, the mum, did actually do I think it was an Instagram or a video, I can't remember. I'll leave it up here. I'll play it right now.
Y'all are wondering if my videos are staged and why I call Little Mama an it. We just painted that 2 weeks ago. How hard that would be to paint all that? No, it's not staged.
What I will say is, why isn't YouTube stepping in? First off, why isn't YouTube stepping in? Because some of these are just the most obvious, like, just invasion of privacy I've ever seen, along with the thumbnails and all of that. Like, this family really annoy me. Really annoy me, mostly because their commenters are just so brain dead. Like, they're and it sounds mean because a lot of them are quite young. I've had a couple of them come over and I just reply to them and they go, oh, don't be mean to me, I'm a child. It's like, yeah, you are a child. Content should be made for kids. It is made by kids and it's made for kids. So why hasn't YouTube stepped in and disabled their comments? Like, why? Because this is not made for adults. Adults will take one look at this and just go, like, what is this? I've talked about them twice, and on both times I have had people literally go, what portal have you just opened me up into? And it's like, I know. I first got alerted to these guys literally maybe like a month or so ago. I was like, oh, we should go check them out. And ever since then, I'm like, I kind of wish that I didn't know anything about them, because now whenever I share to other people, they're just like, Amy, what is this? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. What is this? I just think that, yeah, it's sick how they use their kids as props, and I like the thing is, if it was real, I'd be a lot more up in arms, like, oh, and you're parenting, like, you shouldn't be giving them, but like, I'd be a lot more up in arms and critiquing them. But the thing is, it's not real. Like, it's not real. It's not real, because if it was real, no parent in their right mind would share that. They'd be embarrassed. They would be so embarrassed. No one would share this. They need it for a storyline. Oh, the thing is with their dog. I don't want this video to go on for too long, but the thing with their dog as well, they clickbaited the fact that their dog was like going to be put down, because I think it like can't hear and see. It's quite an old dog. They clickbaited it being put down, and then like a few videos later, it was absolutely fine. They do this. They'll find something or they'll make up something and it gets them a lot of money. I mean, if something makes you a lot of money, you do it, but that doesn't mean it's right. That doesn't mean it's right. and it's not right what they're doing. And I would love it if another commentary channel started speaking about these guys, because they're just confusing. It must be a madhouse over there. It really must be. And I feel for the eldest and I feel for the youngest, who can't, like, who are not really going to know what the hell's going on. Like, it's madhouse. It's madhouse. Like, kids need like stability like that. They don't need to be like told, oh, okay, and today we're going to go and try and find your, we're going to go run across a field and try and find your sister who's going to be, you know, you just don't need that. You just need like chill. You need calm. And this family are the opposite of chill and calm. Anyway, deep breath, everyone. Okay, right. I hope you had a wonderful time watching this video. I crammed in a lot, and there's probably some bits that I wish that I went over, but I have, like, you want my opinion? I gave you my opinion. They are just I wish they would vanish. I wish they would vanish, or just stick to their aerial malarkey. I wish that they'd do that. You know, what more can I say? Anyway, have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.